Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Topic, nightmares. Nightmares. I woke up this morning. Actually, I was waking up several times throughout my sleep, and it's such a weird, I'm in this weird state. I don't know, for those of you who follow me know, from my I quit video that I quit my job, and then in my why I quit video, I'll post the links in the description box down below. I kind of describe the process a human being goes through when they are, how to put it without sounding esoteric, when you're cleansing yourself, when you're just like cleaning yourself from all the poison and all the toxins that you've had at work, and then you're kind of going through this process of finding yourself again. And I mentioned that going through this process also entails, aspects that are not so pleasant. It's not just all a party. Once you stop a job and you kind of find your way to yourself and find all of a sudden that you are engaged with yourself 24/7. It's scary at times. And I think part of this kind of cleansing process is also processing things subconsciously. And I do believe that part of it, then manifests itself through your dreams or within your dreams. And dreams are basically the topic of the week, dreams. I will also be talking about Twin Peaks, apropos dreams, but maybe in another video. Anyway, because I also have like a playlist of Twin Peaks stuff, but I kind of stopped posting because you didn't really seem to be so interested. But now as the hype is kind of starting to roll in, it's becoming more interesting to people, so people want to know more about it. I am a sort of living Twin Peaks vocabulary or dictionary because, I literally was raised on Twin Peaks. Anyway, back to the nightmares. So story time video, I guess, in a way as well, because I have been following the political happenings throughout these days from the 20th on, and even before the 20th, but 20th January onwards, and it's been a roller coaster ride. I feel very confused about it. There is so much information out there, and you don't really know what to believe, what not to believe. And since I am doing a lot of research in that respect, reading a lot, looking at a lot of videos, I am literally brainwashing myself with the amount of info. Not that I'm brainwashing myself in the sense of believing what I've been told, but it's just like I'm constantly exposed to this fluctuation of information. And I think that also influenced my dreams, perhaps. But anyway, let's get to the dream. So first dream, I am in, in an apartment that kind of looks like my old apartment, but it's not. It could have been a mix of several apartments, but I have the feeling it was like the first apartment that I ever had for myself, like living alone. I remember, but anyway, so it wasn't the best apartment. It was really tiny, wooden floors, and it was really falling apart, and really run down, typical, university student, whatever apartment. But anyway, so this apartment was in my dream, but it was kind of not in a city or a city. It was rather somewhere in the Bayou. I don't know. It was like the swamp was there. Maybe Trump's draining the swamp kind of got into there as well. I don't know. But anyway, so this apartment basically, it was a one-room apartment, but all of a sudden, kind of the main wall of this apartment was open to this warm, and this video is going to sound like a perfume review, basically. It's one of my visions. But yeah, I'll share with you this nightmare. First of two, in one night or morning. And so the wall opens up. It's still there, but at the same time, what's behind the wall is accessible to me. What's behind the wall is this bayou or this swamp area. It's very warm. I know usually people say sane people dream black and white, crazy people dream in color. This dream was in color. But color in a weird way, I only had like 2 tones of color. So actually it was kind of, I don't know. I didn't really see colors in this dream, but I felt them. So I felt the warmth of yellow sunny hues. So it was kind of summer, so it was very warm. I could hear the crickets. You know, there's like grass growing in this swampy area. And inside of the apartment, and here comes Twin Peaks perhaps, inside of the apartment is a huge log. Not the log lady's log, rather this chunk of wood where Laura Palmer was found next to, wrapped in plastic in the first episode or the pilot of Twin Peaks. But it's different. It's putrefying in a way. I know that wood can't really putrefy. It's not organic matter in the sense of flesh, but it's hollow. So it's huge. It's literally the size. It like occupies 1/3 of the entire room, and it's very tall. So basically, in the center of this huge wooden construction or log, ginormous log, is a hole. But it's full of mold and webs and insects, and it's wet and humid, and it looks dirty, and it looks dangerous. It looks disgusting, and I want to get rid of it. There's other aspects in that the dream fades because I don't remember everything, but I do remember that there were other things in that apartment that I had to get rid of from my past, perhaps old toys. I don't know what it was, but I was kind of throwing it all into this swamp. So I was pushing it outside the apartment, and then all of a sudden there was kind of a boardwalk made out of like very dark wood, not black, dark wood, and I would just walk on this boardwalk, and there's swamp all around me. You could hear the crickets and stuff. I still see no animals, and I would just like toss the stuff over into this swamp. And then I would go back to the apartment, and I would just be so freaked out in this dream from this disgusting, like the interior of this huge chunk of wood, log, whatever it is, because of how putrefied, and again, I'm using that word. It did seem fleshy rather than wood, but it was wood. And I just got shivers all over my body. There was a mirror in this one-room apartment. And this mirror, I would just pass by. This is so fucking creepy. Like goosebumps just thinking about it there. So, okay. So I pass by this mirror all the time to bring the stuff out. And all of a sudden, with the corner of my eye, I see somebody in the mirror, and I'm fucking freaked out. So I see somebody in the mirror, I like turn around immediately, and I look like, who the fuck is there? I'm alone in this apartment. There's nobody there. And I look back to the mirror, and there it is. This person is wearing a red cap, like head kind of down, and so like I don't see the eyes. It's a guy. I think it's a guy, and he starts walking towards me. I see this in the mirror. I turn around again. There's nobody there. And you know when you're in your like dreams, you want to scream, but you can't scream because just no voice comes out. Oh my God. So I literally start running around in this tiny little room. All of a sudden, I can't escape anymore. That wall that kind of like led to the swamp area is shut. So it's a wall with two windows, but the windows are sealed. And I feel that presence, like that, like soul just coming towards me. Again, this is very Red Room, very Black Lodge in a way. But because I saw this presence in the mirror, it made me think now afterwards, after I woke up. But anyway, let me finish the dream. So I turn around again. He's not there, but he's coming closer and closer. So I back up, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to walk backwards while I'm looking into the mirror. So I see him. Okay, so if you guys if this is the mirror right now, and I'm looking towards the mirror, he's right there. And he's kind of coming towards, from the back. He's like from the back coming towards me. So I kind of turn around, and as I'm walking backward, me, I hit the wall behind me, and I kind of fall down, like I bang my head on the wall, and I just like slide down, and I'm sitting down, and as I'm sitting down, this person comes to the side of me, just like sits in me. And I like, like all this like breath of air, and I wake up. And this, a lot of, transcendental meditation aside or whatever, there's a lot of studies, and I don't want to sound too esoteric now, but I've been reading into a lot of different things. From Aleister Crowley to a lot of different other things. I mean, of course, Aleister Crowley is a little bit of an extreme. You got to take what Aleister said with a dose of skepticism and just, analyze it as an aesthetic rather than as a belief. But David Bowie was a huge fan. But anyway, another story. So, and also kind of Kabbalistic to believe in this, exiting, like making your soul exit from your body. And then they say that when you dream, you are living your life, but in other spaces and contingents and whatever. So when you wake up, basically the soul comes back into your body and then you wake up. Now, what is very fascinating, a lot of people say, do not fall asleep with your makeup on because your soul might not recognize you once you're waking up, and it might not kind of get back into your body because it won't recognize your face because you have a mask on, literally. Very fascinating. To all you makeup gurus out there, be careful, booze. You might not wake up in the morning. The shade of it all. Okay, so I thought to myself, maybe that guy with the red cap was me. And I literally, because of the mirror in this dream, I was capable of catching a glimpse of my own soul, returning back into my body while I'm waking up, although my body was in the dream as well, extracted from myself. So I have no clue. But anyway, super creepy. So as creepy as that was, it ain't over yet, because then I fell asleep again. And when you know that you were dreaming, so you're kind of conscious of the fact that you were dreaming, and so you fall asleep again, but you know that you were dreaming, so you kind of know you don't want to go into that space anymore because subconsciously or consciously you're aware of it. Well, all of a sudden I'm in another space. I am in a sort of a wildlife preserve or a park. It's a forest. I don't know what it is. Like a park. I mean, I know that the grass was trimmed and cut. It's proper. It's like a meadowy feel. And then a kind of the meadow, and this is the spooky part, kind of, as the meadow kind of ends, it kind of goes a little bit higher. And then as it goes higher, here we have trees and kind of forests coming in. And of course, it's dark. You don't really know what is in that forest. But again, I have that same feeling for color, which I had in the prior dream, which is this warm, sunny, like the warmth. I feel light breeze, but I feel sunshine and I feel warmth. And feeling that warmth gives me the illusion of yellow hues. Like everything is happening in not in the early morning, but in the morning when already the sun is up and everything is warmed up enough. There's nothing cold anymore. Everything is super warm. My mother is in this dream and other friends of mine. I can't really recollect. One or two more friends are there, but I remember my mother specifically. And we are sitting in this meadow. It's kind of a picnicky situation. There is no food. We're just laying like on our bellies, with our hands like this on the grass talking. Very, very cinematographic. My dreams are always very, very visual. I could rebuild every dream I have as a movie set, literally. And there are some animals passing by. And all of a sudden, there's like between us and this forest, there's this sort of, not a cage, but let's call it a fence. With, the square metal fence with the square kind of pattern, the metal fence. And so, by the way, alpha today, I'm just missing the little thing on top. I'm playing with my hair because it's growing and it's a mess. So it's not the right length, and I don't know if I should cut it or not. So I'm just kind of trying to kind of position it in so that it kind of has something. That it looks like something. I know it looks weird, but anyway, bear with me. So all of a sudden, on the other side of this gate, I feel the presence of a lion. Even though it's a baby lion, it's already a full-grown male. See, baby, but full-grown. All of these like paradoxes and contrasts at the same time living in my dreams. It's so spooky. So I feel that it's a cub, but at the same time, it has its, fully grown hair and everything. It looks like it's a grown animal, even though in size it's a bit smaller. And I don't know for what reason, nobody was really scared of this lion. I was. And in the gate in this fence between us and this forest, there's a hole. the fence has been damaged or cut, similar to how cut was the fence or that gate in Jurassic Park, first movie. Well, but there's no electricity though in this gate, right, in this fence. Anyway, and it's not that tall. It's literally a small fence. But anyway, so the lion passes through and everybody's kind of screaming and running away. And I'm like caught by this shit. It's too late. What am I going to do? And I kind of like jump away and the lion starts circling me. Oh my God. He's cruising me. The lion is cruising me. And I'm just like stepping away. I'm like, Mom, stand up. My mom is still like on the grass like this, on her belly down. The lion goes for her, comes to her back and bites her in the butt. Oh my God, this was horrible. Now but the lion is testing her. He's not eating her. He literally just like puts his mouth on her and is kind of like trying to feel what it is. And I'm just thinking in my head, in the dream, I hope she doesn't taste good to him. I hope he doesn't I hope that this action doesn't trigger inside of him the feeling that she could be potential food. I hope that he sees her as a feline or something else so that he won't attack her. I don't know. But it was so scary because he wouldn't let go. And my desolation and my desperation were so palpable that it kind of got heart palpitation. Again, I tried to scream, but I couldn't. And in this, trying to get the voice out, I woke up. God damn it. And these two nightmares, literally back to back in one night, I'm done. I'm done. I don't know what to do. I think I have to really start working out like crazy to just put my body into a state of being so tired and numb that I would just fall asleep. Like that I wouldn't have all of these actions going on in my dreams. I don't know. Well, either way, I just wanted to share this with you guys because like sharing is caring in a way. And I think while, when I share scary moments like these, they become less scary. You literally getting rid of all, and this is the point I wanted to get to, getting rid of fears and nasty things that happen to us by sharing them and telling them to the world actually liberate us. First, they make them less heavy to bear because you're not the only person bearing that cross. But also you get from the person you're talking to understanding, you get maybe tips, you get ideas of how to avoid these problems or to solve these problems or to deal with these problems and issues. And same goes for abuse. If you ever experience abuse, whether it be domestic, whether it be bullying outside in school, mobbing at your job, people making fun of you on the street and the subway, speak up. This sort of fear that you have, that I had in my dream where I cannot yell, it's fear that's blocking me. And I know a lot of people that get attacked, friends of mine, people that I know that have been attacked, that have been bullied. Most of them do not scream back, do not yell back because they're afraid, because they're intimidated by the bully, they're intimidated by the person attacking them. They also have that kind of still that education inside of them that you have to be proper within society, not escalating anything. That is wrong. You have to make your voice be heard. You have to learn to scream. You have to learn to yell. You have to learn to really, like in the animal kingdom, animals that are attacked, they scream like crazy. It is an instinct that we also have to preserve and follow. You have to make it very clear to all your surrounding that there's something wrong going on when it happens, if it should happen. And do not be intimidated by the bully. Do not be intimidated by the person attacking you by not speaking out, by not yelling and shouting out that the perpetrator is doing something wrong, something illegal, something harmful, something that could potentially, psychologically scar you for life, could physically scar you for life, could even, worst case scenario, kill you. I don't know what a worst case scenario is. Is it worse to survive something so horrible like that and remain in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, being an invalid or being an emotional cripple, or dying altogether? It's tough. It's tough. It's tough either way. Either way you come out of it, you're scarred. But there are ways of healing. And I think a very important process is to share your fears, to share what hurts. Sometimes it's super hard to do that. It's hard also to trust people. But I think the biggest step we can make after we have been hurt so much is to start trusting. Nevertheless, it's a testament to our own humanity to be able to overcome precipices like that, you know, and to be able to say, no, God damn it, you hurt me real bad, but I am still not going to let you get to me, because I never give up on love. And this is the whole point of my whole freaking channel. No matter how futile a video is I make or how deep it is as this one is, I always end it on this note, to never give up on love, for a reason. And not everything, but most of life surrounding us is not fair. Most of what we are given is not right for us. But that's how we have to learn to take. Now, this is not just an egotistical point of view, and I'm not saying just you, or me. But understand that life isn't only just about passively walking through doors if the doors just so happen to be unlocked and open. Sometimes you got to bang your head against that door to open it up, and it's going to hurt, but you got to open that door. There's no other way. That's the only way that life is worth really living, and that's how we find a sense and meaning to all of this crazy madness. And God knows we're going through a lot of it lately. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this video. A lot of nuggets and Easter eggs throughout it. Share it if you did like it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Share your nightmares with Super Dacob. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I've said it in this video already, but I shall repeat it again. No matter how tough life is on you, never give up on love, because that is your key to unlocking that door to giving your life a sense and a meaning. And it's always a meaningful one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.